When we're playing defense off ball, the most important thing.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they're in 7th place in the West right now, and as we've gotten into mid-season, they're looking like much the same team they were last season. At least, that's what their record would indicate. Tonight, we get to watch DeMar DeRozan, one of the more prolific scorers in the game, and Shaq, he's doing it without being a major three-point threat.
MRA is always interesting when a guy's getting it done in different ways. MRA stands for mid-range assassin, in case you didn't know.
Okay.
And excellent on that shot.
Well, he draws the defenders off the double team. His dribble penetration is great.
What?
Hey,
come on. You're doing so many D's and B's there, man. I can't understand.
Well, I just
So what's he doing?
He's drawing double teams.
Uh-huh.
And
how's
when he
his
does
dribble
that,
penetration for DeMar DeRozan?
Oh, you almost
I almost bobbled
lost
that
it
one
too.
I almost bobbled the dribble.
The dribble penetration by DeMar DeRozan. That's pretty impressive. That's why I was trying to get it all out.
Yeah. You know a guy who never has any trouble getting any of those words out?
Who are you talking about?
Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harlan.
Oh, y'all got me again.
Yeah,
I forgot who you were
forgetting about Kevin Harlan. Yeah.
Like my time, like my jokes.
New Orleans, land of the Pelicans, in a fine Western Conference battle at the New Orleans Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Spurs would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. They come into this one very confident. They feel like this is a game they should win against a team that struggled. We'll see if they can take care of business.
And so far, they've split the season series right down the middle. Now the drama starts to ramp up. Only got 2 games left against them. Can they take the advantage?
It will be a fun matchup to watch. Both teams will be clawing for this win. It will be thrilling to see how this one develops.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. Steve, compared to when you played, talk about elements of the game that are now easier for the players than, like I said, when you play.
I think you start on the floor, the game is less physical. There's no more handshaking. There's no more chucking. There's no more hard fouls when they're throwing you up against the stanchion. And then I think off the court, the travel. I started when we flew commercial, Kevin. Now every team is flying private. I think the travel is definitely easier for players.
Not only flew commercial, Smitty, but we used to fly in the first flight out every morning, like 6 a.m.
Yes.
flights after a game, after a night game.
I remember those days. The positive was you didn't practice a lot when you got to those cities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan, then it's White, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. DeRozan in the corner. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
To the paint. Okafor against Aldridge. Back to Holiday. Forbes with the rebound. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. A nice shot by Aldridge.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Payton surveying the floor. Randall against Gay. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Okafor. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Payton against White. Inside, just 5 to shoot. Okafor gets the bucket.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Spurs passing it around. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. It's stolen by DeRozan. By himself. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Gay kicks to DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Holiday finds more. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. Okafor's got 5.
They already got into a nice flow. 4 for 5 from the field.
And DeRozan, here we go, and it's good, 2 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Pelicans trail by 5. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
You look at the way DeRozan has improved since entering the league. Vastly different player. Came in mostly as a driver and a dunker. Has become a complete shooting guard, and he's a fantastic leader on the offensive end as well.
So a moment now to see the story on LaMarcus Aldridge. His last 10 games have been exceptional. 9th in blocks, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Now here's Payton. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Good on the bucket. 6 points for Aldridge.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Double team on Holiday. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the Spurs. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. And, of course, the New Orleans Pelicans. Not really any threat right now as their record's showing a lot more losses.
And I think for New Orleans, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
Payton kicks to Randall. To the paint. Here's Moore. Softly drops in the floater.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
Here's DeRozan. Okafor grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 7. Moore right side. Takes the 13-footer. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Moore's got 6.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
Aldridge. And he banks in the layup.
With the amount of moves Aldridge has inside, as a defender, you never know what to take away.
To the inside. Here's Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Aldridge. No good that time. Excellent D there from Okafor. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. And Moore kicks to Payton. And stolen by Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
At the rack. Heartless. Aldridge using his size, being aggressive.
The Pelicans trail. Payton passes to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Gay can't hit. Stolen. To the inside. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
This is something Gay does wonderfully. An insane dunker who loves finishing strong at the rim.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Pelicans shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Randall. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Moore against DeRozan, and he overshot that one, missing. Pelicans trail by 6. Moore outside. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find the open man.
And Okafor with the block. That one falls. 12 points for Aldridge.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Outside Holiday. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs leading by 5. Gay drives in. No good off the back of the rim. And stolen by Gay. That one goes in.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And Holiday kicks to Moore. Inside, here's Randall. And again, no good by New Orleans. Gay finds DeRozan. A beautiful reverse layup. And it's a 9-point San Antonio lead.
He's on a roll. Can't let DeRozan get into rhythm. He will torch you all night. His 4th make in 5 tries. And we're just getting started.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Steve, when we talk about signature shots in the NBA, what about Aldridge's fadeaway jumper?
Usually starts with him backing down the defender. He turns, faces up, transfers weight from all the way forward to all the way back. Add in the high release point, virtually unblockable.
Underneath
Yes, no, I came for the round. Yes, mommy, looking mad.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Mirotic is checked in for Okafor. Darius Miller comes in for Randall. Solomon Hill is checked in for Ejuan Moore. And Ian Clark subbed in for Peyton. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Davis Bertans comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Mills in for Derek White. And Marco Bellinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. Very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
The first free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one. And Smitty, it's amazing since Popovich took over the Spurs, they've missed the playoffs only one time under his tenure.
Yeah, in his first season, they won only 20 games. But then the big consolation prize, they got the #1 overall pick, which became, guess who? Tim Duncan.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by New Orleans. Bertans' shot is good.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
That's his first personal foul.
Stolen by Gay.
Yeah, just a sloppy start. He has got to do a better job of valuing the possession.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And you watch Rudy Gay. When he's in rhythm, he can still help you out. Good athlete, good jump shooter. Not an easy matchup for opponents.
That's good from Gay. And Smitty discussing Gay, he seems better now at getting his points within the flow of that offense.
Experience gives you poise. It gives you a bigger view of the game. Gay's able to stay patient now and pick his spots. Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Bucket is good.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
And the basket by Hill.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Mills laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 13.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Back to Holiday. With the fadeaway. And he makes that one.
As a coach, you're comfortable with Holiday taking that shot. He has a good feel from the mid-range.
And he could not get that one to go. What a contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic. The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
first free throw is good. Steve, now that you've had a little time away from the game as a player, what are some of the things you notice now that maybe you didn't notice when you were playing before?
Well, I think right now the emphasis on nutrition. Kevin, I did not take that serious. I thought I could eat whatever I wanted to. And I think also right now I look and love what is going on technology-wise as far as guys being able to use technology to help their game and to enhance their game.
And Hill has it in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Pelicans trail by 10. Down low, here's Miller. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Gay. Pelicans pull it in. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Getting good production from the reserves on a daily basis is a key ingredient to any team's success.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Good work there as it goes. And the Spurs lead by 10.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And finished off by Mirotic.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Mills. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
The drive.
About that athletic.
Way up there. You know Rudy likes showing off. He's definitely got hops, a sensational dunker.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. To the inside, Hill goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pau Gasol is checked in for Perta, and it's Cunningham in for Bertans.
One shot.
Here's Mills. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia. Here's Gay, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against New Orleans.
Long strides Gay takes on the drive is alarming for a defense. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul him.
And the first one at the line is good.
A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams. Rudy Gay is still going.
And so Gay nails both of them. And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Clark. Here's Miller. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Gay, and the jam by Rudy Gay.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Double digits in the first quarter. The only thing they have to avoid is taking their foot off the gas.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 11. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Gay is a high-activity player, someone who is constantly moving his hands, being rewarded for his efforts.
New Orleans gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Drew Holiday. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position.
Both free throws good from Holiday. San Antonio leading by 11. Here's Gay. 17 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Hill left side. Offline with his 3. Here's Mills, and it goes at the buzzer!
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
Ending this one with a bang.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll return shortly. The veteran Pau Gasol has been a part of championship-winning teams before. He spoke about what it will take for this team to win it all.
And it's up to us to kind of bring our best game, best effort every single night and understand that, hey, we have an opportunity here. You know, it's something that we should put our entire minds and hearts into if we want to have a chance.
Teamwork and great chemistry so important.
And no question about it. When everyone's working together, the team can become greater than the sum of its parts.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, you know, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
Holiday out there with Ian Clark. Then there's Darius Miller. Then there's Solomon Hill. And it's Mirotic in at the 5 down low. That's the Pelicans' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Hill after Rudy Gay's bucket. And Hill throws it down.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Here's Gay. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Payton's checked in. The free throw off from Rudy Gay. Steve, we talk a lot about team defense, but who in your mind are some of the best on-ball defenders in the game now?
Kawhi Leonard is fantastic. Avery Bradley, Marcus Smart, Draymond Green does a nice job. Even Klay Thompson, he's asked to guard a whole bunch of different guys. The list goes on and on of guys being able to slide their feet without fouling. It's beautiful to watch.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
Well, they certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. Julius Randle's checked in for New Orleans. The Spurs also with the sub. Derozan's checked in. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against San Antonio. The Pelicans have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Julius Randle. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Randle. Each Moore, he's checked in for Ian Clark. San Antonio also making some changes. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And Derek White subbed in for Patty Mills. Both free throws good from Randle. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Reverses, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 17.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Mirotic against Gasol. Mirotic passes to Moore. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans.
Checking in for your Pelicans. Jahlil Okafor.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 17-point game. To the inside. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got 10 points in the game.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
It's stolen by Randle. And Dante Cunningham gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
New Orleans gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Dante Cunningham gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. New Orleans moving it around. Randle no good. Spurs leading by 15. Here's DeRozan. Got it. Good job in the low post. DeRozan's got 14 points.
Quick first step. This is why it's hard to stay in front of DeMar DeRozan.
And when you look at DeRozan and how he's, transformed himself the last few years, he has become one of the more efficient
scores at a loaded shooting guard position, and some could argue he is one of the best guards in the entire league at this point of his career.
For New Orleans, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And White slams it in.
Finding the man who broke free, the great vision of Pau Gasol making that play happen.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And with DeMar DeRozan, do you see him, Greg, potentially being an MVP winner during his career?
I mean, I think he's headed in that direction already. When you look at how he's progressed each and every year, his team is always competitive in large part to what he does out on the floor. I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was named MVP before it's all said and done.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Here is Cunningham. DeRozan in the corner. 6 on the shot clock, and DeRozan throws it down.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Because they've been patient, they're finding good shots. That's why they've hit a much higher percentage from the floor.
Here's Payton following the bucket by the Spurs, and the basket by Hill. Here's White. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And so it's New Orleans with it. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Even if you do come away with the win, you've made it a lot harder than it should have been. But that night, they just couldn't overcome it.
And that one is good. 20 points for DeMar DeRozan.
That's DeRozan for you, aggressive by nature. He's going to attack you every trip down.
Payton against White. Payton dishes to Hill. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Basket good. And it's 6 points for Pau Gasol.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. So often when a player comes off injury, he's placed on a conservative minutes restriction. Usually it's the trainers that put that, the doctors that will tell the coaches what they can and cannot do. Do you think there's more of that now than when you were playing?
Totally, Kevin. I look back and think about when I played, the injuries you have. Usually coaching staff, trainers, they ask, are you ready to go? I wouldn't say 100%, but are you ready to resume the amount of minutes you played? And if you couldn't answer that, they pretty much kept you out. But I think nowadays, like you said, it's more of limiting your minutes, having these minute restrictions, getting you ready to play. Definitely more than when I played.
Medical staff has a very large voice in this, and it continues that way.
Yes.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Julius Randle. 16th in shooting percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball off than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish. Unbelievable. I love the way he plays. Kept alive, Aldridge. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Gay.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Off the inbound, and it's laid in by Randall. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
Too much sauce tonight. LaMarcus has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
To the paint, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And DeRozan, here we go. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
One shot.
DeRozan, a raw athlete entering this league. He's worked on his skill to the point where he's now a perennial all-star candidate.
Here's DeRozan. 26 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Payton kicks to Okafor. To the middle, here's Hill. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hill's got 21.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
It's stolen by Randall. Passes it to Hill. It's stolen by DeRozan. In transition, here come the Spurs. Here's Aldridge. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Randall with the bucket.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Down low. Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hill's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the pass to Payton. To the middle, shoots inside, and DeRozan sends it back.
With that leaping ability of DeRozan, he can go get it.
Shoots from the elbow. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 20 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just...
Look at that!
Nice! Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And I feel they were the superior team, but they didn't take advantage of their opportunities and just could not close that game out.
Big group substitution here for New Orleans. Mirotic is checked in for Okafor. Darius Miller comes in for Hill. Clark, he's checked in for each one more. And it's Drew Holiday in for Elfrid Payton. San Antonio also making some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gasol. Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bellinelli in for Bryn Forbes. Now Holiday, he has 6. Clark for 3. Here's Randall. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's DeRozan, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Randall.
Incredible leaper, explosive finisher, DeRozan with one of his acrobatic dunks.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. To the paint, here's Clark. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Drew Holiday? Averaging 21 points per game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
And the first one at the line is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And so Clark nails both of them. San Antonio leading by 21. It's DeRozan with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. DeRozan's got 29.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Pass to Mirotic, and Mirotic throws it down.
Mirotic is looking to throw it down when he's near the rim. He can get up quickly.
Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And it's Miller in the corner to the inside. And there's Randall on the assist by Miller. 20 points for him.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
To the middle, here's Randall. It's blocked.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Poeltl. Wonderful timing right there.
Hold it. 1:41 left to play here in the half. Down low, Holiday.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
DeRozan's shot is off.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Miller finds Holiday. Back to Miller. Here's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 8th assist here tonight.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 33 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Holiday with it. He's got 6. And it's Clark in the corner. Oh, good on the 3.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
DeRozan with it. And it's Miller picking him up.
That's what I like to see from DeMar DeRozan. He isn't settling for a jumper. He is going to the rim today.
New Orleans gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. To the middle, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, they had control in the first half. How were they able to do that?
Well, we turned the ball over, and our transition defense wasn't very good. We got to do a better job of executing, and we got to do a better job of just taking the shots that are available to us.
One thing at a time, get you back in. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 37 points, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pelicans trail by 20 on the court for San Antonio. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's White, then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. And Etuan Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. In the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Hey, keep the ball moving. Holiday showing good leadership, running the offense all the way through.
Wasted no time on that one. Forbes has got 7 points.
The defense was decent, but not good enough. That's his shot, and when he gets any daylight, he's going to let it fly.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That'll be his second foul of the game. It's stolen.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His fourth turnover hampering their efforts.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And here comes White, leading the fast break, and White with the stuff.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Down low, Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said, it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. White against Holiday. Inside. Moore passes to Randall. Lays it up and banks it in. Randall's got 30 points.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
The savvy and body control of DeRozan. It allows him to finish the play through contact and get to the line.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
This is eating calamari. I'm a playboy, say what's up to Cardi. You see my diamond shining and you know it's Cardi. Hop up out the Porsche, hop up in the Rari. This is eating calamari. I'm a playboy, say what's up to Cardi. Yeah, and my diamond shining and you know it's Cardi.
Couple zeros with me, count of 31s. Clean money, capers got it dirty. Getting money, gotta give me some. Selling, about to give me one. Blowing money fast, flipping through the funds. Passing through the block, cheating on the run. Been a short, sticking to my 12, he got a rocket, Eddie got it. Yo, Trizzy, when they call me Freddy Krueger. Shout out to my St. James, don't call me Rick the Bull.
A brief check now of the stats for DeMar DeRozan. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Now here's Peyton. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Aldridge, good. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, they just keep coming at you. Can they sustain this level of energy for the rest of the night?
Well, as they fuel this lead, looks like the guys are feeding off the success. That keeps them going.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Something went on in that locker room. They've come out aggressive, but also extremely focused.
Peyton kicks to Holiday. Here's Randall. Out to Peyton. New Orleans moving the ball around. Randall no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Aldridge. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's foul number 2 for him. Cunningham, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan.
Dante Cunningham.
Here's Okafor. 9 points in the game so far. To the right side. Outside Holiday. And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Holiday. And that's now 11 points for Jahlil Okafor. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 16-6 run. Makes it off the glass. That's 28 points for Aldridge.
Great concentration by Aldridge. Lots of heat on him in there. Doesn't matter.
Here's Randall and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Aldridge. And no good that time. Excellent D there from Okafor. Holiday left side. To the paint. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Aldridge, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Aldridge has got 30 points.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Good.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Lays it up off the glass. Aldridge has got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
No good from Moore.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Aldridge inside, covered by Okafor, and LaMarcus Aldridge again.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the inside, Okafor misses off the left iron. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think a player should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
You know what? It's 2 competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
Now here's Moore. 14 points for him. Holiday gets the bucket.
So often Drew creates with the ball in his hands. This time the play is created for him.
It's stolen by Hill. Kicks to Moore. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Here's Bellinelli, and he uses the glass on the layup. Bellinelli's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Outside Hill. At the elbow, Randall. Near the three-point line, it's Moore. Off target with the open look.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
Gay, that's good.
Getting it done inside. Rudy Gay not just floating around the perimeter.
New Orleans has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Hill kicks to Moore. And another 3 for New Orleans.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Rudy Gay on the wing. And then Gay with the jam.
Well, when they give him the lane, Rudy Gay loves to create off the dribble in these situations.
New Orleans has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the basket by Hill. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. That's good from Gay on the assist by Pirtles. Pirtles got 4 assists in the game.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
No good from Moore. The Spurs shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Kept alive, Tries again, and it's finished off inside by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Randall finds Holiday, lays it up and in off the pretty assist. That gives him the double-double, 11 points and 17 assists. Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 12.
Surveying the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
To the middle, here's Okafor. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Gay, that's good.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
It's Hill on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly.
My goodness.
Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it. And this is what you pay him to do. Gay's a volume scorer who's having a big night.
New Orleans has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And Hill has it in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. So it's the Spurs now. Bellinelli passes to Pirtle. Yes, that goes in. He's got 14.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
The Pelicans shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. Holiday dishes to Randall. To end the run. The shot by Holiday, no good. Gay kicks to Mills, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And here's a shot chart now, getting a better perspective on where he's been shooting the ball from.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 11, and Hill throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Snatched up. The second chance effort draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The Spurs have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Some changes for New Orleans. Mirotic is checked in for Okafor. Darius Miller comes in for Randall. And Ian Clark subbed in for Ejuan Moore. San Antonio also making some changes. Davis Bertans checks in for Cunningham. Derozan comes in for Rudy Gay. And Derek White subbed in for Patty Mills.
What you love about Jakob Pirtle is his size, a 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
To the inside, Hill. The rebound by the Spurs.
And that's letting the defense off the hook. No excuse for blowing that layup. Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans game team.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. Well, you look at Bellinelli, second in the NBA, so great from the line.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
White drives in, makes it off the glass. White's got 10 points in the game.
Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
And Holiday kicks to Mirotic. And Pirtle pulls it down. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. And it's good for 2. DeRozan's got 42 in the game.
We see the value of increasing your range. DeRozan can find more space inside now because of it.
And it's Miller in the corner. It's good from about 19 feet. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. It's DeRozan with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. DeRozan's got 7 now in this quarter.
He just said, hey, put the team on my back, and I'm going to take you the rest of the way.
Hill has the open look. No good from outside.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
DeRozan's shot is off. Feeds it to Hill. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's San Antonio with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Right back after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Frazier. Miller is out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Ian Clark. And it's Mirotic in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And so here is New Orleans following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Clark for 3. But they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now here's DeRozan. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Clark finds Hill. Nice D from DeRozan.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
He was all alone on that one.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. DeRozan's got 48.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Tuesday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
A shot by Frazier, no good. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Yep, that one goes in there.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage, bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there, not a lot of solutions.
No good from Clark. For San Antonio, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And good, he hits it again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom 3 teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now, and it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
One shot.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Will it go? And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
One shot.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Frazier. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
And that's the shot he wants, just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Pertinis, and that one is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Pelicans have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. The Spurs have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Got that one up quick. DeRozan's got 58.
That's his bread and butter. DeRozan has made a living with the mid-range jumper.
Down low, here's Miller. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And it's Clark in the corner. Keeps it alive. Gasol with the rebound. San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
He has really come into this second half on an absolute tear. Really impressive effort from him so far.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Here's Clark. Miller kicks to Clark. Let's go. And he overshot that one, missing. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
San Antonio calls timeout. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. games, he's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Pertinis. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Mirotic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Clark kicks to Mirotic. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And San Antonio shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
And it's Frazier with the ball for New Orleans. Passes to Miller. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual.
One shot, gentlemen.
You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. That's good from Walker. Here is Frazier. Outside Mirotic. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Inside and stolen by Mirotic. Here's Clark, guarded by Walker. Clark kicks to Mirotic. To the paint. Diallo, no good.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Here's Clark. Fires the three. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after Walker. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
Frazier against Walker. And there's Mirotic on the assist by Frazier. Frazier's got 4 assists now tonight.
Nikola Mirotic is finishing with strength, showing the defense he isn't afraid to take them head on.
And this is his shot. You give him that much space, you're asking for trouble.
And the problem is you're already way behind. Obviously, your closeouts are ineffective. You're in trouble.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
So it's the Pelicans now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Miller, no luck. San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And finished off by Walker.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. The Pelicans shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players, you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found in when the game is decided. And a lot of times on bad teams, you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. And stolen by Miller. He kicks it to Mirotic. Down low. Here's Frazier. A rebound by the Spurs. Gasol's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Bellinelli. Off target from the baseline. The Pelicans shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Miller, the pass to Holiday. Rejected by Gasol.
And for his career among active players, Pau Gasol, top 3 in block shots.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
Solomon Hill.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here is Cunningham. He's guarded by Hill. They get the rebound. The shot by Bellinelli, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
The pass to Holiday. Trying to get open is Miller. Again, Holiday missing. And it's Cunningham with the ball for San Antonio. Here's Bellinelli. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here are the Pelicans now. Hill, the open look. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bellinelli. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Bellinelli's got 4 this quarter.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for him.
They are winning the battle in transition. Look for them to keep pushing the tempo. Delivering these passes in tight quarters, that's tricky.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Forbes. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. Miller inside. Holiday, no one around him. The three-pointer off the mark.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Here's Holiday. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
That free throw, no good. Clark, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Forbes can't get it to go. Well, for New Orleans, shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. A shot by Frazier, no good. The Spurs shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Here is Frazier following the bucket by the Spurs. And here's Hill for 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for San Antonio.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeMar Derozan.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number.
DeMar Derozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
That shot a little beyond his normal range. 31 points for Hill.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're in front. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth.
The car's parked on the front lawn. Never stay placed up tape underneath the tires. And I wait.
Stop babysitting, pass it. My fetty stretched like elastic. Yeah, bro, I gotta have it. Born to survival tactics. I'm so... I can't even feel my face. Keeps pulling me under when the waves come down. I can't come up for air. Keeps pulling me under when I close my eyes. It's all that I can bear. Keeps pulling me. Take a whip it, intermission, let the birds fly. I get money, turn no vision through my third eye. Money, run it, steal it, watch me flip it like it's fire.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good on the shot.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
It's stolen by DeRozan. That one good for 2.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Here's Hill, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Shots good by Miller. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Gasol. Basket good. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 18 rebounds.
As a center, this is what you're up against. Gasol well-schooled at scoring in traffic.
And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable. We're making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we're just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.